back to another episode of I Am Jack's Broken Femur. My name's not Jack. If you like this channel and you would like to help support it, or maybe you just like the picture of the cat, please click on the link for my PayPal in the pinned comment. Thank you.
Trash truck. Always a trash truck. Almost conned, part 2. In fact, I did get conned, and I was really pissed at myself about getting into this. But here's the thing, I did get my money back, but only after a week of fucking lost time and very angry feelings and having to chase some asshole down every day for a week. But anyway, this piece of crap's name was Michael Stevens. This was up in Pensacola, and by the time I left, I think he'd already run himself out of the town because this guy was just a first-class motherfucking scumbag. And this is what he did, and there's a lot of people that do this. And a little bit about Pensacola, there's a lot of homeless people that live there, okay, because there's a lot of resources for homeless people. This is what Michael would do. He'd go to the homeless resource centers, and there was several of them all over town, where guys are trying to get a bite to eat, they're trying to get some clothes, maybe have some peace and quiet, whatever. And Michael would come in and he would hire guys, mostly for tree trimming. He'd have them do the work and then he wouldn't pay them. Real piece of shit. And there's a lot of guys that do this to homeless men all the time. And even worse shit to women. I don't even want to get into that. But Michael rode around in a nice new fucking, well, what was it? Land Cruiser. Yeah, is that the one? The real expensive one? Land Cruiser. Had a brand new Land Cruiser with a sign, magnetic signs on the side, you know, Michael's tree trimming or some bullshit. And he would go around to different businesses and wealthier looking houses, and he would make just this super sweet deal to come trim these people's trees. I mean, he would bid the job so low, you couldn't say no. You couldn't say no. Then he'd go out and find 2 or 3 homeless people and would offer them an extraordinary amount. For 2 days' work, he would offer them $250 to come trim these trees. Now this is music to a homeless man's ears because they can't get a regular job because they've got no address, they've got no phone, they're dressed in shitty clothes. It's what really makes me mad when people say to homeless people, just go get a job. You know, you might as well shut up because you have no idea what you're talking about. But anyway, that kind of work, that kind of offer is absolute gold to a homeless person. And he'd get 2, 3 guys, he'd put them on the job, he'd get it done, and then he wouldn't pay them. He had a reputation for doing this all over town. And you might think, well, how come nobody ever called the cops? Well, it's a civil case. You can't have somebody arrested for scamming you. That's a civil matter. You have to take them to court. And what homeless people is going to hire a lawyer and take you to court? It doesn't happen. That's how he gets away with everything. That's how he gets away with it. Well, one day, at one time, I had, this is when I was still selling off tools from my handyman business. I mean, this was a good, maybe 3 years ago, something like that. And I had this one personal bag of tools. You know, every carpenter, they've got all their electric tools, their wireless tools. But you always have a bag of favorite tools that you keep with you, that you just keep all the basic things in. Well, I put this bag together, and it cost me about maybe $300 brand new. And I was selling them. I had put a list up on Facebook for $75 for this bag of tools. And I had 2 really nice photos demonstrating everything that was in this bag. And Michael caught wind of it. And he goes, oh, it's only $75, I'll buy those. Now, right off the bat, I didn't want to deal with this guy. You know, because he isn't straight with anybody, but it sounded pretty straight to me that he wanted these tools. And I said, sure thing. And he goes, well, I'll call you tomorrow. I'll tell you where to meet me. I can pick you up and we can go get them. And I said, fine. And here's the other thing about Michael. He was also the worst kind of liar, okay? Michael was in the Navy. And man, he will let you know that he was in the Navy and just how important his MOS was. I'm telling you, anytime a veteran brags about his military career, A, he was never in the military, or B, he was in the military, but it was a complete and total fuck up. Because men and women who serve honorably don't talk about their career when they turn civilian again. You can ask them about it, and they might talk about it, but they don't go around bragging about anything. Anytime someone comes to you and says, hey, you know, and presents himself as if the Navy couldn't have existed unless they were in it, you know they were a fuck up. And it turns out that was correct. That's a whole nother story, but I'm not going to get into it. But anyway, Michael calls me up and we meet somewhere. He picks me up in this nice new Range Rover. Land Rover? Range Rover. I don't know. And we drive up, and it was about 5 miles up to where my van was parked to get these tools. And along the way, I said, you got the money, right? You know, because I'm covering my ass. And he goes, oh, yeah. And that's as far as that conversation went. We pick up the tools. We come all the way back downtown so he can drop me off. And I said, he's waiting for me to get out of the truck. And I'm like, you forgetting something? And he's like, what? $75? Oh, I'm gonna go get that right now. And I wanted to kick myself. I thought, you just fell for it, Roger. You just motherfucking fell for it. From the worst fucking guy you've met in this town. And I said, well, hang on, Michael. I just broke my number one rule. I didn't ask for the money up front. You're going to get the money right now. Oh, yeah, it's at my sister's house. Okay, how long is it gonna take you to get back here? And it was 11 o'clock. He said, I'll call you at noon. I'll tell you where to meet me. And noon comes, noon goes. He doesn't call. I call him on the phone. He doesn't pick up. And I text him. I said, don't make a fuck out of me, pal. I'm not the other homeless guys that you fucking punk out all the motherfucking time. I will be on your ass like a fly on shit. I will never leave you alone. Where's the fucking money? Well, he calls me. He didn't text me back. He calls me. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm still at my sister's house, and it's going to be about another hour. Blah, 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 motherfucking blah, fucking blah. This went on for a week. I'm not going to detail the whole thing because this video would be an hour long. But I harassed him physically in real time every single day, 7 days at his house, wherever he was, wherever I could find him. Harass this guy every fucking day. And you know what he did? Did he ever give me the $75 in one lump sum? No. He gave me $5 here, $10 there, $20 there. It was just the most miserable fucking experience. And all the time, he's just waiting me out. He's thinking I'm going to get tired and go away. And he's still going to get these tools at either for free or at a real fucking bargain, like half off or whatever. I would not let it happen. I was that one homeless guy. You know, I'm way too tedious. I am way too meticulous to let somebody get over on me on that like that. And I eventually did get that money back. Another trash truck. But anyway, even after that, when I would run into Michael at one of these resource centers, he was still recruiting people to come work for him, in which he wasn't going to pay him. And he just, as far as I know, he's still getting away with this somewhere. And it's just like P.T. Barnum said. What did he say? There's a sucker born every minute. Even if there's a guy in your town who's operating like this, they're always going to find a new victim. Always. They always will. Because these people have no soul and they're fucking scumbags.
Trying to make it real compared to what